Hi there, my name is Holly. I'm an occupational therapist assistant and physiotherapist assistant student from Niagara College. I am now in my second year. So I thought that I would create this video to help you in first year to learn a bit more about the planes and axes. I know in particular these were a bit tough for me to learn, so I'm hoping today I can show you a visual and hopefully that'll help you understand them a bit better. So first I'm going to start with the sagittal plane. So I have a little model here to help you visualize it a bit better. So the sagittal plane, essentially it divides the body from front to back. So essentially you are going from dividing it from right through the middle, through right and left parts. So you're dividing the body in half into a right side and a left side. And the motions that can be done in this particular plane is going to be flexion, which means essentially you can bring your arm like this up in front of you, and then extension, you're moving it back. So again, I will do it on mine. So flexion, you're going to go like this, and extension, you're bringing it back behind you. So flexion and then extension. Okay. So the next one we're going to be doing, again, I'm going to be showing it with a model, is the frontal plane. So the frontal plane passes through the body from side to side. As you can see, I just have a side half of the little character here. So it divides the body into front and back parts. And the motions that can be done in this plane are abduction and adduction, radial and ulnar deviation, and eversion and inversion. So abduction and adduction, I will show you on myself momentarily. So abduction is when you're bringing your arm out. So I think of abduction as in if you're abducting somebody, sadly, that helps me remember, but if you're abducting somebody, it means you're taking something away. So you're bringing your extremity away from your body. And adduction means you're bringing your arm closer to your body. So that's referred to as adduction. Radial and ulnar deviation. So radial deviation, you're using your hand. So you're going towards your radial side, which is your thumb side. And ulnar deviation is when you're going to your pinky side or your ulna. So you're going towards this side. So that's radial and that's ulnar deviation. And then inversion and eversion. So those can be done with essentially your feet. So what you're going to be doing is I'll show you on this model. So you're going to be bringing in your foot inwards and then outwards. So inversion inward, and then eversion is outside. So inversion and eversion. So there we go. And then the next plane we're looking at is the transverse plane. So I cut the little character in half here, essentially to show you that if you can imagine, so this one is like this. So I cut it in half, so horizontally. So that means there's an imaginary line passing horizontally through the character here. So it divides the body into the top half and the bottom half. And there are quite a few different motions that you can do in this plane. So you have internal and external rotation, supination and pronation, right and left rotation, horizontal abduction and adduction. So internal and external rotation. So you can kind of do it with your hand if you want, or you could do it with your head. Anything can work. So if you do internal rotation, so that basically means you're bringing something, so you'll turn, so if you're using your wrist, you bring it inward, and external rotation, you're kind of bringing it outward. And then supination and pronation. So I like to think of supination as in you're holding a bowl of soup, so you're holding your palm up, facing upward, and then pronation is opposite, so you're bringing your palm down, facing the ground. So supination and then pronation. And then right and left rotation, essentially that's like if you move your head to the right, if you move your head to the left, you go inward or outward. We go. And then horizontal abduction, adduction. Again, essentially, it's about bringing a limb. Abduction means you're bringing it outward, and adduction means you're bringing it closer into the body. So abduction, just remember, is away from the body, and adduction, you're bringing it closer. So those are basically the planes and axes. And we'll just go through, summarize it again. So the sagittal axis runs through the front and back of the body. The frontal axis runs from the side to the side of the body, side to side. And then lastly, there's a vertical axis which runs through the joint from the top to the bottom. And the movement occurs in a plane and around an axis that is perpendicular to that plane. So that concludes my short video on the planes and axes. I hope it helped you kind of get a better sense of what they are. And that's all for me for right now. Thanks for watching.